And I am here because I'm going to save you so much time and money. And you know who else is here? Debbie Meyer. She's here with her GeniusVac vacuum sealer. And if you've ever taken a steak out of the freezer because you're so excited, it's grilling season and it's freezer burn and it's hard, we're gonna fix that. You never ever have to have freezer burn food again. It's gonna save you so much money. And we're gonna save you money on your Debbie Meyer GeniusVac today because it's only $19.95. Look who's here. Entrepreneur, inventor, award winner, Debbie Meyer. So glad to have you here. We're back with these.
I'm so excited to be here. And to tell you the truth, the value today is absolutely amazing. Let me show you what you're gonna get, and then I'm gonna show you what it does for you, because that's the important part. You're gonna get my GeniusVac right here. It's a handheld, cordless vacuum sealing unit. It is a vacuum sealer. It looks small, it is very mighty, and I'm gonna show you that in a moment. You're included with your sealer, you're gonna get 5 of my quart size Debbie Meyer GeniusVac bags that work with this sealer and 5 of my gallon bags and the batteries. So right out of the box, you're ready to go, and it's a one-button touch. Now stop emailing me. The extra bags are in. You can get an extra set of my gallon bags, extra set of my quart-size bags. If you're buying the GeniusVac for the first time today, I would recommend go ahead and add these on
Definitely.
now.
Yeah, and
these sell out all the time.
And they're all on 2 Flex. So you're getting, this is amazing. You're saving $10, you're getting them home on Flex, so this is the time to get them, and do get the refills too. Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is what we're talking about.
This is what we're really talking about. We're talking, you know me for over a decade here, right here at HSN, but more than 18 years of keeping your fresh food fresh longer through my Debbie Meyer green bags and green boxes. That's fresh food fresh longer. I'm now fresh in your freezer because we're going to prevent freezer burn. What is freezer burn? Freezer burn is not just a layer of frost. What it is that the cold air, if these are not vacuum sealed like this, and these are obviously not, cold air actually draws that moisture out of all the proteins, out of the fruits, out of the vegetables, and brings it to the surface and freezes it. That's where you see the crystals. However, the meat, the fish, the chicken, whatever you put in the freezer, not vacuum sealed, has molecularly changed. You will never bring this back to being steak.
Right, so from the inside out, it's dried out from the inside out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Think of chapped skin. What happens in the cold air? The moisture gets pulled out of your skin, your hands chap, peel, crack, all those things. You're just lucky that you get out of that cold air quickly enough that you are not in danger. This is the difference.
Oh, beautiful.
That, you know, you pull them out of the freezer here, and it's because of the condensation, because of the warmer room. But look at the difference between steaks not vacuum sealed in my GeniusVac bags, vacuum sealed.
And those are frozen at the same time. I mean, that really does show you just how powerful that vacuum sealing is. Now, and you might think, you know what? I'm just gonna throw them in the freezer in the bag in which they came. They're not vacuum sealed. You're gonna be wasting your money. You're throwing your money down the drain. Today, it's a $10 bill to get this home. It's a system, and that vacuum sealer lasts and lasts and lasts so that you can seal your meats, your cheeses.
And you can take it with you. That's the other thing. You can take it with you when you travel, in your camper, in your RV, in your boat, wherever you go. But look at this. We buy things that are already frozen and already freezer burned. This bag of chicken, you see all that in the bottom? Look at that.
Oh yeah, it comes like that.
You find that in the supermarket like that. So don't buy these bags that have air. If there's air trapped inside, there's freezer burn, because air is what causes the freezer burn, that cold air. So instead of that, you're gonna end up with this. And once again, I'm gonna turn it over so you can see it. Look at that chicken. Beautiful, beautiful chicken that is absolutely, it's absolutely freezer burn free because it is vacuum sealed with my vacuum sealer. Now, the other thing I want to remind you of is all kinds of packaging. I buy frozen French fries because they're convenient. Take them out of their original packaging and put them in this, because this way, all of those are nice and fresh. You don't have the freezer burn inside that when you try to reseal the bag, there's air.
Yes.
My bags, you see that zip top? I'm gonna show it to you again also. That opens up. You can take out what you need, reclose it, re-zap it with the vacuum sealer, and you're done. You're back in frozen. So here's some examples for you of what I do. These I always keep fruit available. This is my smoothie pack.
Oh,
everybody has their own smoothie pack in my house. Sometimes I even freeze a blob of yogurt in here too. So I put it on the counter for 5 minutes, then dump it in the blender, and I've got fresh, beautiful
And then they're individually sealed. Everybody knows that they can just grab one and go.
I entertain a lot. I keep my citrus like this already sliced up, ready for drinks, and just let that thaw out when I have the company coming over. So whether it's vegetables, look at those beautiful peppers. It's vegetables. It's all kinds of things. You want fresh corn in the winter time? This is the way you do it in the summertime. So anyway, that's in the freezer. Come on over here and let's talk about the operation of my...
What a great gift this would be. I mean, it's $20, so it's a perfect gift as a hostess gift or a Secret Santa gift coming up.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is even under the price of most Secret Santas right now.
Yeah, $20.
So, and it's something that's useful and will save the person who's using it money. That's a big thing. One button operation. See that circle? You match that circle up to the circle on my bag. That's all you do. So you make sure the bag is sealed with your fingers, and it's just nothing but a zip-style seal. Now I want to show you power. It's circle to circle. And now what? I can crush a can. Now you're not going to have to do this at home because nobody really wants to crush a can.
Right.
I'm doing that to show you power. However,
and look how it stays like that.
I want to
the
show
air
you
is completely out.
I want to show you control though. See these beautiful, these are all fresh. These are brand new fresh strawberries. And I want to freeze these because maybe I want to make a smoothie pack. Maybe I want to have this for in the middle of winter, whatever it is. You simply put them in the bag, close it like this, and now here's you got the power as well as the control. Watch. It starts to pull the air. I stop because I don't want them to go flat. But look at how beautifully sealed these are in this bag. Now, if I want to help myself to a couple of strawberries out of the freezer, I can just open the bag, help myself, close this back up, and re-vacuum seal it. So, and this is easy. This is not having to pull out a machine. There's no footprint. I store this in the same drawer as my cutlery. This is with my spatula. I use this every single day. But I get lots of emails from people who say, this is how I save money. I buy a huge package. This costs far less than buying individual or 2 or 3 pieces of chicken.
Far less.
So these are my quart-sized bags. These are my gallon-sized bags. In my quart-sized bags, maybe one night I want to have chicken, but my husband wants to have steak. I break this up so I can do it in individual portions. So if I want to seal up, there goes. That piece of chicken is now vacuum sealed. I put that in the freezer. When I'm ready for it, I just take it out, open it up, and I can have that. If I have 2 in here, I can take out 1 of them and still reseal it. Same thing with fish. People call me, let's say, economical. I'm cheap. I'm not going to pay somebody to cut up things for me. I buy a big block of cheese. I buy a whole piece of salmon and cut it into steaks myself. So this is what I get. I have individual salmon portions or any kind of fish, any kind of meat. There it is, right there. It's already vacuum sealed. Look at that. Vacuum sealed, it goes right in the freezer. You open up a container, a box of bacon. How do you reseal that? It always gets slimy, it always gets disgusting. You take it out of the original packaging, put it in here, and vacuum seal it. This is vacuum sealed. I can put this in the freezer, open it up, and peel off exactly what I want when I want a few pieces, 1 or 2 pieces, and put it back in the freezer.
I love that too.
Leftover pizza. Actually, you know what we do is we buy extra pizza. If there's a deal on pizzas, we buy extra pizza so that I can actually seal it up and put it in the freezer. So when my son comes over and my grandchildren come over, watch. 1, 2, 3, done. That is sealed up, and I can put that in the freezer and it stays fresh. There's lots of things on this table I'm going to run through real quick because I know we don't have a lot of time together, but there's so many things to show you. Coffee. Why is coffee sealed like that? That's vacuum sealed, right? It's a brick. You open it up and it becomes this. So how do you keep it fresh? Coffee has oils in it that go rancid very quickly. I keep it in the freezer. I simply empty that into this bag, one of my bags. I do this. I now have the same brick. When I want some coffee, I open it up. Notice I'm not cutting the bag. I'm not losing any of the bag. I'm not having to cut it with a scissor. I'm not having to do anything. I open it with my fingers. I reseal it, put it back in the freezer. Whether it's candies, it's all kinds of fruits and vegetables. It's all kinds of snacks. This is another thing I love to do. I'll make a whole dinner plate. zip it sealed. I'll zip the top, vacuum seal it, and it's fresh for the person who comes home late. I can stick that in the freezer or the refrigerator and hold it for them. I put my whole bag of flour in here. I don't open up the I don't dump it in here because I don't want the flour flying.
Right.
But I'll seal the whole bag. If you have a cabin or you have a vacation house where you're not up there as often, you know, you're not there all the time, you can seal things up and know that they're still going to be sealed in there. Nothing's going to get in because nothing's going to get out. It's, you know,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, I hate little creepy crawlies.
Yeah.
I told you it was cheap. I'm also not going to buy 100-calorie snack packs pre-made because I can do it myself. Every container tells you what the calories are. Sure. You know, 4 cookies are 100 calories. Okay, there's 100 calories. I can make my own snack packs all the time. And I do this probably once a week.
Yeah. Well, that makes sticking to your diet so simple and inexpensive.
We actually do have a little piece of tape that I'd like to show you that shows you even more uses for this, which is, there it is right there. There's a difference between freezer burned meat and not freezer burned meat. There it is. That's the difference for you. Whether it's fruits, there's hot dogs, baby carrots, slices of fruit. Again, the hot dogs. Again, power, power, power. This is power with control. You have the control. You can portion size anything you like the way you need to do it. I buy a big hunk of cheese and cut it into portions. There's a plate of food that's going to be ready for whoever comes. I told you about French fries. And, oh, even cold cuts. Boy, that's a fast film. Even I can't talk as fast as that film goes, but that's okay.
You really can seal anything, and it's going to save you so much money. Today, it's $19.95. Oh, yeah. This is an incredible price, and you're getting 5 of the quart bags, 5 of the gallon bags, and we've broken it up into 2 really simple payments. So this is absolutely the time, and definitely add, especially while we've taken money off, and put these on Flex as well. We do have the quart bags in stock. We do have the gallon bags in stock. So this is definitely the time to pick those up. You're gonna even if you just had 2 steaks that didn't get freezer burned, that's your $20 right there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right?
And you're going to be entertaining. Now's a time of year where you have more people in your house than you ever had before. You buy more food, you try to get ready, and you're always worried about where am I going to keep it? What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
I do everything in advance. Whether it's with my green boxes and my green bags, I still do everything in advance, and I even freeze things. Oh, so what I do is I get a cheese tray ready. I don't want to be standing there trying to cut up cheese when people are arriving at my house.
And you didn't have to pay a premium for somebody else to cut that.
I did this. I bought the cheese, sliced it up, put it in the bag. I leave it on the countertop for 5 minutes, slide it out onto a plate, and I'm ready to entertain. Here's that block of cheese that I cut up. Look at this. These are the portion size. There's my cold cuts. You take them out of the original packaging because the original packaging, you can't reseal it and get rid of the air. This is what we do. You simply put it in one of my bags, like that. Here, 1, 2, 3, done. That's vacuum sealed. Throw it in your refrigerator. So whether it's that cheese, and remember, you can seal up the cheese again. It's going to compress a little bit. I throw that in the refrigerator. When I'm ready to have some, I need some to sprinkle on something, I can open it up, help myself. Watch that, reclose it. I've still got a full-size quart bag. I'm not cutting it off each time I'm trying to reseal it or having to pull out that giant machine.
That makes it so environmentally friendly as well, because you're not throwing away bags, you're not resealing bags.
So I love this too. You know, we love brown sugar. I'll eat it by the spoonful, which is really silly. But
it's a good treat.
The only time you want it to be solid is when you're storing it because you don't want air in there. You want all the air out so that it remains fresh, right? Now watch this. I turn it into a brick. But when I'm ready to have nice, soft brown sugar, I just open the bag up and help myself to it, and it's soft again. So it's all kinds of things. I'm going to run through these real quick, and then I'm going to go back to the freezer again for just a second to show you again that freezer burn. It's all kinds of uses. I keep my silver jewelry tarnish-free because that I can seal it up in there, no air, it doesn't tarnish. I'm a grandma. I don't want any more purple crayons broken in my purse, so I seal them up and keep them there. I travel with this. This is so small and so light, see, like that? I travel with it, so instead of having a pile of clothes like this, I have this. If you're going to put clothes away for a child, for another child, you can write right on them. There's a place to write. I would size 6 months.
Oh, that's great.
Put away. It's clean. It's fresh. It's bug-free. It's mold-free for the next child. When you go out with kids, instead of a pile of diapers like this, you can compact them and seal them like this, and then, so it's less room. Again, I'm not traveling with this.
No.
I'm not going on a hike
No
with
trail.
this. I make my own trail packs for everybody. I put their names on it, and all I have to do is zip it like this, and I can take this with me to reseal anything. Cookie swaps. This time, we're coming up to cookie swaps.
Oh, yeah.
This is how I actually do it at my house. When we do a cookie swap, I actually pack them up into all the bags, and everyone goes home with vacuum-sealed cookies so that they can freeze them if they like.
Right.
Keep them, and if you're baking, freeze them for later, when you're going to have company coming, so you can do that in advance. Instead of having a box like this, which does absolutely nothing for your pasta, you can dump it into this. Look at the difference in size. Which one are you going to store in your pantry? You can actually have like a filing cabinet in your pantry because everything stands up neatly and is all, it's perfect.
So it takes up less space. You're able to put it in the freezer, in the pantry,
it's
anywhere.
Dry goods, it's fruits, vegetables, it's proteins, it's all of that. Remember, you have power, and you have control. Those are those fresh strawberries. I crushed this can with one thumb. I'm not big. I'm a fairly small woman. I have a fairly small hand. With one finger, I crushed a can, but then again, I can also preserve my strawberries in the freezer without freezer burn. There's a lot of air in that bag, so it's gonna take a minute to pull it out. So watch that, see it? The air is leaving. I am now gonna throw that into the freezer. Perfectly sealed strawberries. So any kind of meat, fish, any protein, chicken, all of your vegetables, all of your fruits, anything you want to freeze should be frozen without air. That's the key. Freezer burn ruins food. This is as much a waste as it is throwing away your fresh foods.
Oh, yeah.
I always tell you when you go into that refrigerator, if you're throwing away produce and fresh fruits, that's waste, this is waste. And this is probably more expensive waste than you're ever talking about before because you know what steak costs. I'm gonna wipe off the condensation from the warm studio. That's the difference. Look at the color, look at the texture. It's as simple as pushing a button. It's not anything hard, it's not anything difficult. Stop buying these bags of pre-frozen freezer burn. These are just lumps of freezer burn. See all that frost in there? That's the moisture from the chicken itself that has come to the surface, been frozen, and those little things in there are just disgusting. Instead, here's the difference. You don't have any idea how cold this is. That's the chicken frozen in one of my gallon bags. Now that's if I wanted to make a whole big, like for everybody in the family one night.
Right.
But you can do this.
But if you wanted to, you could freeze them individually like this, and then you're thawing out one at a time.
Exactly.
You can buy in bulk. Now you're saving so much more money. Or on that final day when they put the chicken on sale because they can't sell it for too much longer, but it's still in bulk, and you're like, I'm not gonna eat all this right now. You freeze them individually. They'll last and last and last, and they will come out looking just as pristine. So then you can put them in the microwave. You can cook them up in your favorite recipe as well. Anything.
And I want you to realize something else. Close to 1 million of my GeniusVacs have been sold here at HSN. And over 20 million of my GeniusVac bags. So that tells you something about how popular they are and how well they work. My bags are customer picks. So now is the time to pick them up. Add them on if you're getting my GeniusVac for the first time. Buy them now if you already have my GeniusVac because you're always asking me for more bags. They are here now. This is the time to pick them up. This value is tremendous.
It really is. And definitely pick up the additional bags as well because we have sets of the quart bags, the gallon bags on a great deal. They're also coming to you on 2 flex, so this is your chance to get them. Speaking of Genius, of course you want to be able to keep your bread fresh as well. We do have a 4-pack of the Debbie Meyer Green Box Bread Box Set. My new ultimate favorite, the Genius Green Sponges. Holy cow.
There we go.
Okay, seriously, this keeps your bread incredible. And these, I will never buy another sponge again, not with the Debbie Meyer Jeans sponges.
Inhibit the growth of mold and bacteria in and on the sponge for the life of the sponge. These are amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And so are you. You're back at 10.
I'm back at 10.
So definitely check her out then, but be sure you get these before